What's up guys, we are back with another YouTube video and we are eating again. So this is my pre-workout meal. I'm eating this 2 hours before I train and we've got 𝗏𝘃𝗲𝗀𝗃 salmon giving you 110 grams of protein. We've got an avocado and we've got some fruit. So it's kind of low on carbs, 30 grams is not super high. High in fats. A lot of people are worried about having too many fats pre-workout because it's going to slow down the digestion. But I've gone through phases where I'm being obsessed with trying to get the perfect pre-workout meal or the perfect post-workout meal. And after you've been training for 20 years plus and you've done everything and you've seen everything, what I've realised is that too many people just overcomplicate it. Just do what works for you. As long as you are looking good, feeling good, and your energy is good, then it doesn't really matter if you're having high fats pre-workout or not. Eat what makes you feel good, and this is what makes me feel good. So we are going to dive into this. This 𝗏𝘃𝗲𝗀 salmon is very good. I get this from Waitrose in the UK, and it's not cheap. But if you are going to get salmon, then this is going to be so much better than farmed salmon. I've also cooked this in the air fryer, so it comes out quite crispy. You can cook it in a frying pan if you want, but it doesn't make a difference. A lot of people will say to me, how do you cook this? How do you cook that? The reality is, it doesn't matter. But I was that person that used to say, oh, if you fry it, isn't making it unhealthy because you fry it? But it doesn't matter, it's what you fry it in. So if you was to fry this in oil, then it's going to increase the calorie intake. So that's the only difference. If you're frying it, it's not bad if you fry something. But if you fry it in oil or butter, then it's just going to increase the calories. It doesn't make it bad. It doesn't make it worse. And people say, oh, grilled salmon or grilled chicken is better. Why is it? It's not any different to frying, apart from the fact that if you fry something, you're just increasing the calories because you've more than likely fried it in something. That's all. But I was that person that used to get obsessed about trying to figure out what is the best way to cook something. The best way to do anything is what works for you. And for me, an air fryer is great because you can cook everything so quick and easy. The only thing you find about salmon, sometimes it's got bones in. This hasn't. This is so good. 110 grams of protein in this meal, which is insane. But like I said, it's not cheap. I think this was about £10. But if you think about it, you go to a restaurant and that salmon would be £25, easy. So it's what you value, right? You go to McDonald's, I don't even know how much a meal in a McDonald's is it £10? You can get that for £10. So it really comes down to what you value. Same with fruit. No, you can buy organic fruit, and of course it's going to cost a lot more. But what are you comparing it to? Everything comes down to comparison and your perspective on it. If you value your health, if you really do, then you will spend that extra bit of money on expensive stuff if you feel like it's going to benefit you. I'll be honest, I don't buy organic fruit all the time. I'm not one of these people that are absolutely obsessed about food quality. If you go back and watch some of my videos, you will notice that. I'm just trying to show you what nutrient-dense food is like and what you should be eating less of. Processed foods, it's pretty obvious. But I'm sharing a lot more now of the different variety of foods you can have and a different way of eating. Because I eat 2 to 3 meals per day, and a lot of people will look at these meals and go, they're absolutely massive. Well, of course they are, because I'm not snacking during the day. If you're snacking during the day, then you're going to have small meals. It really isn't rocket science. But I'm just trying to educate, and the people that don't want to be educated will just moan, and the people that do want to be educated are you guys who are watching this, who I appreciate, because you want to learn more about different styles of eating that can benefit you. Not just physically, not just to look good. Yes, I've got my top off. Is it inspiring for some? Yes. Is it off-putting for others? Yes. I can easily put my t-shirt back on. Maybe it doesn't get as much engagement. But reality is the message is always the same, whether you want to listen to it or not. If you eat nutrient-dense foods, this 𝗤𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀 salmon is so nutrient-dense. Your omega-3s, micronutrients. This is stuff that you'll never get eating your typical processed foods that we eat on a daily basis. Just for convenience. I'm using money as an excuse. I'm not rich, but I value my health, and I will spend a little bit more on healthy foods. But you don't have to get this. You can get eggs are cheap. Beef mince is cheap. Steak is not really that expensive. And if you compare it to restaurants, you can easily go and spend £100 at a restaurant. You get a week's worth of food in one meal. So it really comes down to that. But guys, if you're watching this now and you've watched it all the way through so far, drop it a like, because it does help me know if this video content is good or not. It does feel, I'll be straight, it does feel weird me sitting here eating, but there's people out there that are doing these food challenges that I used to do, and no one blinks an eyelid at someone just sitting there eating tons of McDonald's trying to do a challenge. I've done that before. I'll be honest with you, I've done it before. The only reason why I feel like I want to do this is because it reaches more people. And the more people that I can help and reach, the better. If I wasn't doing this, people maybe might switch off and think I'm boring because I'm not eating, I'm just talking. And surprisingly, I've had a lot of people say to me, can you do a mukbang? Is it a mukbang? Where you just eat in front of the camera. So sometimes it is a bit weird, but if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't checked out my Instagram, there's some good content as well on there as well. I'll be honest with you, I don't eat the best. I eat a bit like I'm starving. But technically, I'm very hungry because my last meal was at 6 PM last night, so It's a long time without food for a lot of people. So this is why I have big meals. That satisfy me. And there we go. I said there isn't any bones, and I've just found one. So one bone isn't bad. At least I found it before I started eating it. The fruit will go down a lot faster. So if you're watching this right now and saying get to the end, but I hope hopefully you are taking something from this. Like every video, I want you to not necessarily just watch this for entertainment. You know, people will watch a lot of these videos for entertainment on YouTube, which is fine. Not exactly funny, but if I can give you a little bit of knowledge as well, then that's what it's all about, right? And it's all about understanding what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, not overcomplicating things, and doing what works for you, because everyone's got a different way of doing things. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, because, you know, I make mistakes and I'm learning, but I've been training for a long time. That was a bit greedy, that. I mean, when you get strawberries this big, you might as well just put them all in one go, right? One thing you should always do with fruit is make sure you wash it, because obviously you get a lot of pesticides on fruit these days. And this is why people say get organic. It's clear you should get organic if you can, but I don't. I mean, this fruit is from a farm. So it's going to be better quality than a supermarket, you would say. I mean, these raspberries are pretty decent, although this one looks a bit rubbish, so I won't eat that. I mean, you can't be perfect. That's why you have to wash them, but these days you don't even know what you're buying. You just hope for the best, and then that's what you can do. It's like anything. Don't let perfect be the enemy of great. Try your best, and then you just make changes. What you can do is try your best, like, and don't make excuses. You got anyone that's been watching me for a while knows that I'm not like this 100% of the time. I eat pizza and burgers, and well, burgers are healthy, right? Just cheese and mince. So we're going to wrap up, guys. Like always, drop a like if you liked it and subscribe if you didn't. I hope you find this either entertaining or educational. Still find it pretty strange, but based on my last video, doing pretty okay, so appreciate your support. See you in the next video.